2-1 defeat down here at Kears Park against Hill of Beath. Late winner for the home side. You've got to be really disappointed with that.
Yeah, I think when you lose a late goal in any game, it's hard to take. But I think the nature of how we've lost it is, it's a real sore one. We're attacking, we're in the box, and we should just either deliver it in a good area, but we take a bit of a risk, and all of a sudden we go from one box to the next, and two real basic errors at our end, and we don't defend well enough, and it's cost us heavily, because I thought we were definitely worth a point today. I thought there wasn't much in the game first half. Hill of Beath had 2 or 3 chances, so do we, and I thought the second half we were a far better team. I thought we created a lot of chances, so it's disappointing to be sitting here with nothing to show for it, but it's football, have to accept it, and they're hurting in there, we're hurting, but we just have to stick together. There's nothing else for it.
There is mitigation in the fact that we only had one fit player on the bench in Robert Urquhart that could have changed things.
Yep.
Makeshift back four again.
Yep.
Barry came in for his debut. Bailey at right back. Huggs in the middle. It's not ideal. It's not an ideal situation, and you have to take some of that with it. And it's a very narrow pitch here.
Yeah, I think obviously there's injury problems as we all seem to be talking about, but we seem to get sort of 5 or 6 boys injured at the same time. It's never just 1 or 2. So we've got probably a bare 11, and we've had obviously Barry Gourley in on loan, who did excellent for us today. But the back four is the first time we've probably all played together. Midfield, there's 2 or 3 guys we're having to move about, so it's not ideal preparation, but I think the performance was there today. Last week we weren't good enough. This week we were good enough to get something from the game. Did we deserve to win it? I don't know. We might have had an odd claim to try and get there, but we've played well today. We've played well in spells, and when the players listen to the instructions and things that we're trying to get them to do, and doing it well and do it consistently, we're a good team, but we've played well in spells. We need to try and learn to play well for longer spells, and if I do that, we'll have more chance of going to win the game. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of positives to take it. I thought Bailey Steele was the best player in the park today. Played right back, and his preferred position is centre midfield, but he was excellent at full back today. He did really well, and when we were going forward, he was a real driving force from there. So there's a lot of good things that happened today. I know the scoreline obviously is what we look at and how we're judged upon, but for me it's a real progression for where we've been the last 2-3 weeks, and something that we definitely build on coming into the next 4 or 5 games. So disappointment I can deal with, and frustration I can deal with, but that performance is something we can work with, so that's the positive we'll take from here.
Certainly something to build on for next week. Big game now against Dunefield. They got beat again this afternoon by Linlithgow. Be nice to take 3 points going into the Scottish.
Yeah, I think with it being a home game, I'd like to get back, getting a little bit of form back at home, because early in the season we were playing some really good stuff there, and I'm hoping today is just the catalyst for us to get back and do that again. It's a big game because we've allowed ourselves and other teams an opportunity to close in on us, so we need to make sure that next week we finish the game in terms of the performance, and we take that right into next week. Hopefully we've got some of the injury woes that are hanging over us, some which will hopefully fix themselves to give us a few more options, but regardless of that, this is something that we need to take into next week. If we can play with the intensity we did in the second half, the movement, the drive and the attitude and the character, then we can go and get ourselves the points that we need for next week, and it would be good preparation for the Scottish Cup, but more importantly getting a win, getting the confidence back, and that's all it's going to take.